there is a lot to take in. When you are starting your Amazon business, it can feel like there is too much to learn. There's so much new information to learn, from the acronyms that we use in our community, for instance, ASIN numbers, UPC codes, Amazon SERPs, all those different things, from little things like that through to, should I get a logo? Should I focus my attention on a logo? And things like that. There is a lot to take in, and it definitely can feel overwhelming and like there's so much to learn that you just go, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, and you kind of just put it all back down and kind of slowly walk away from it. And I really do understand that. So what I have learned to do is this. Otherwise, I absolutely get overwhelmed myself. So what I use is, at the beginning of the month, I lay out, well, I've got all my goals, what I'm doing with my business. So I've got my goals for my business, what I want to achieve in that particular month. And then at the beginning of the month, and it takes me the best part of a day to do it, I break down my goals into actionable weekly tasks that need to get done, so that by doing them, if I do those weekly tasks, then I will automatically get my goals for that particular month. And then I take my weekly tasks and break them down into daily tasks, okay? So I take my weekly tasks and break them down into daily tasks. And that way, I can then have something to focus on a day-to-day basis. And then what I do is I exclude everything else. Nothing else matters after that. I simply work on my daily tasks, because I know if I do my daily tasks, I will almost by accident achieve my monthly goals. And if I achieve my monthly goals, I will almost by accident hit my yearly goals, etc., etc., etc. So it's by taking the big thing, like build an Amazon business. Well, that's a freaking huge thing to do. But if you break that down into its constituent parts, and of course the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Training Program is designed that way, by the way. So if you just did that and just follow the AOE training, the modules, step by step, do the action steps, it's actually laid out in that fashion for you, then you will find it is nowhere near as overwhelming. Now, the tools that I use to do that, I'm just making sure I've got nothing on here. Let's have a look. Just having a look, seeing what I can show you. Can I show you? I think I can maybe. No, I can't show you that without giving away too much. Hold on, let me just clear that. All right. So I use Google Tasks to do my daily to-do lists on. All right. So that just works for me. It's absolutely free. It syncs with Google Calendar. It syncs with my Gmail, which I use for my business. So the whole thing just links up and it makes it super easy for me. So for me, I use Google Tasks to break everything down. So I have my big kind of monthly goal, then I have my weekly mini goals and my daily action steps. And all I do is I get up in the morning, I know exactly what I've got to do, and I just get to work doing it. And once I've done, then I finish. I don't do any more work, I'm done. That's it. I don't dick around doing stuff just for the sake of it. I reward myself by going and spending time with my family, hanging out with those guys and doing other stuff as well, all right? And that's for me is also important. So that's what I do. Now, I know that other folks, for instance, Kate Ingham, uses Basecamp. She absolutely loves Basecamp, and Basecamp is a project management tool. And I like Basecamp too. It does a really, really good job. I can't remember if it's free for the first project that you have in it or something like that, but it's not much either way. And that's another way you can run your business side of your life. It is very, very important though to do that and to prioritize and to do the work in order. And then once it's done, you can reward yourself, you pat yourself on the back, you know it's done, and you can go and do something else then. So that's what I do, Elizabeth. That's really made a huge difference to my life, and it's meant that I'm able to do a lot more. The other thing I will say to you is this. If I find myself procrastinating about doing something, and I do procrastinate about doing stuff, so don't sit there thinking, oh, Neil does everything and it's all freaking perfect, because it ain't. If I find myself procrastinating about doing stuff, then if it's been on my to-do list for more than 3 days, then I go and outsource it. I find a way to outsource it, and I go and outsource it. Because clearly, I don't want to do it, and I don't want it to stop me getting to where I want to get to. I just want to get it done. But if I don't want to do it, and it's been on my list for 3 days, and I still haven't done it, I'm like, okay, frick it. I'm going to outsource it, and it goes on Upwork, and it gets outsourced. So that's the other thing that I do that's really made a big difference. Nothing worse than having to do shit you don't want to do. There's nothing worse than that. So rather than that for me, if my brain is saying, oh, I don't really want to do that, then I just get it outsourced as quickly as I possibly can. And so I can go move on and continue to build my business. Very, very important. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much, much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.